Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails in the Sky, the third, part 64. In the previous video, we got sent to hell. That was fun. Kevin and Ries are in, I guess this is the 7th plane? I don't really exactly know how this is going to play out, if it's just going to be these two for the rest of this area or what. I did take the nap I said I was going to off screen. I think it's been, let's see, how long has it been? It's been almost 3 hours. So, went from, it was like 10 a.m. and now it's 12:46. So, I'm feeling a lot more refreshed. So I think we'll be able to make some decent progress, hopefully. I kind of wanted to get a back attack on you, sir. I don't appreciate you turning around at the last second. I mean, you could have just let Ries get the kill, dude. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh, good XP. Good XP. So let's see. We want to take a little detour down here. I see you. Weren't you also a boss? Ah, you were the first boss. Yeah, yeah. Well, if you're not resistant to death, you're dead here, so. I mean, it makes sense you'd be resistant to death, considering, you know, you were an actual bossy boss boy. Are you sure you're weak to time? Or you're weak to space? I'm still not used to cursed no hood Ries. Now, I am still like a little tiny, but I mean I did just like I woke up and then sat down at my computer. So I mean it's about as close as you can get to. I could see it happening too. But I had to go for the chest description. I had to. What if that's actually the chosen chest that has a description in it? Telling me Rufina didn't think it was important enough to put chest descriptions down here? I'll buy it. Man, they weren't kidding about Kevin being stuck down here forever. Got another mini boss? No? Okay, a Healy area? Maybe a big bossy boss? I mean, I kind of like assume we have to eventually catch up with the rest of our party, right? Because we still have side stories that we never found. Unless, I mean, there's no way I missed that many doors at the end of the 7th plane. I don't buy it. We're at the exit. Wow, that was easy. Well, that door looks like it might not be too easy to get through. And I'm sure no big monster is gonna come out of that very ominous seal. The gates of Gehenna. Those gates are distorted but steadfast, serving to keep the living and dead apart. Yeah, they've been accurately realized for sure. Too bad the testaments don't give us any clue as to how the two of us can force them open. Nor do you have any chance of doing so. Who is that? About time. Like, why can you imagine... Oh, what the fuck? It is Wiseman. Hello. I mean, I thought you were gonna show up earlier. You managed to surprise me after all. What's up, dude? A pleasure to see you again, Kevin Graham. I never thought we'd have the pleasure of meeting face to face again. Certainly not in a place bedecked with so many delightful, peculiar... You know, I am a professor, but sometimes I struggle to say words. I figured you might show up eventually. This place being full of people I've killed, you rearing your ugly head was always a given. Who is he? Uh, he was kind of a bad dude who maybe became a god for a little bit. I'm sure we can easily take him out. He's the biggest sinner the church has ever been unfortunate enough to have in their ranks. The bishop of the Congregation for the Sacraments, who went on to become an Anguis in Ouroboros. George Wiseman, the demon I put an end to half a year ago. That's him? Not discerning your identity was truly my most careless blunder. I never suspected that the priest before me would be the one to inherit the long, vacant position of Fifth Dominion. Life does so love its surprises, doesn't it? Well, that was the point. Me being a Dominion was deliberately kept secret so I could serve as one of the congregation's trump cards. Of course, the truth's out in the open now, but it's a fair enough price to pay if it means you're dead. The congregation always were a cunning bunch. They created such an elaborate scheme just to take out poor little me. Was the plan conceived shortly after your stigma first manifest? No, I'm sure it was. After that, it was merely biding your time till you could make your move. With a Dominion, the Salt Pail, and a carefully crafted game plan on their side, the odds of me escaping with my life were woefully slim indeed. Well, also, we kicked your ass. That was probably the most important part of the game plan. I mean, Kevin, at the end of the day, just came in and picked up the scraps. You're right about how cunning they are. In that sense, you were probably just as right when you called me a damn dog. I was fine with being that way, too. How respectable of you. I must admit, I am astounded. I had carried out plenty of my own research on stigmas and their capabilities, but I had no idea a genuine article was capable of quite this much. What are you talking about? I suspect that deep down you already know the answer, but it's my deepest pleasure to elaborate. The Gehenna in which we stand is a reflection of your latent desires, that you already know. But more specifically, the cause of this is your stigma. Huh? What do you mean? After the Oriel's disappearance, Phantasma was thrown into a state of great confusion. After all, Phantasma was the Oriel subsystem. Without the Oriel to control it, it was like a ship whose captain had suddenly vanished. Lost. To calm its own confusion, Phantasma sought a new master who could take the place of the Oriel and control it. Specifically, it chose the person with the deepest trauma from among those close to the Oriel when it vanished. Wow, so, I guess that means Kevin wins tragic backstory, the competition. I mean, it definitely seemed like he was in the lead, but the Oriel picked the winner. Decision made, it found the stigma that exists deep within you and made a copy within itself. That stigma then manifests your latent desire, Gehenna, here in Phantasma. And that is how both this and the Lord of Phantasma came into existence. Heaven? Well, I suppose that's enough exposition for now. And now that we're clear of all the confusion, I have a proposition for you. One that would allow you to resolve all of this without a single loss of life. A tantalizing prospect, no? We're not gonna, bring you back to life or whatever stupid shit you want. Really? It's quite simple. You'd only cast away your humanity, nothing more. Your stigma rose from the ashes of immense despair and guilt. What better way to deal with the situation than become a being that is not burdened by such worthless emotions? I feel like I've heard this, song and dance from Wiseman before. To become a truly self-supporting superhuman capable of controlling every facet of themselves. You're insane. That's no way for people to live. Yet it is the goal I obsessively pursue in both life and death alike. My research into stigmas was but one part of my efforts to achieve it. My efforts with Joshua may not have borne fruit, but you are so very close to reaching it. And once you become a superhuman, you will be able to fully control your own stigma and emerge as a new Lord of Phantasma. Silence, Faceless! Stop trying to deceive him with that forked tongue of yours. Please, I am doing no such thing. I only presented a modest proposal at best. Not one word I've said is a lie, I swear it. You could argue that I may feel resentment towards him for being instrumental in my death, but at this point that matters little to me. Everything pales in significance to seeing my long-cherished ambition realized. I abandoned the church's teachings and joined Ouroboros in pursuit of creating a superhuman. And now, I finally can. You're insane. It's alright, Rios. You don't need to keep on defending me. Kevin? Maybe don't join the dark side, Kevin? I'm glad to see you understand me. I always knew you would see sense in the end. It's hard to disagree with the fact that I need to be stronger than I am. It was my weakness and cowardice that led to taking Rufina's life with my own hand. I mean, that was a long time ago, Kevin. You were like, what, 17? It was my weakness and cowardice that led to me to rejecting Mom and allowing her to die. Also, you were like 9? And now it's those same two qualities that have led to Ries and the others getting drawn into this mess to suffer. All of those things are on me. All of them. But, you're absolutely right. But there's no need to despair any longer. You have it in you to overcome such weakness. Follow the path I've opened to you and they will be a thing of the past. A mere memory. That's one option, sure. A good one too. But sorry, it's not the one I'm going to be picking. Man, I'm even more of a loser than I first figured. Even now, I just can't bring myself to forget the taste of the chocolate I had that day. What? When Rufina and Ries found me, I was crushed beyond measure. I never thought I'd be able to stand up against and overcome the despair I felt. That's why that bitter, yet sweet taste left such a strong impression on me. It's why it gave me the strength to move forward, even knowing how many hardships awaited. Because for every hardship, there'll be just as much joy waiting for me. Kevin? So, sorry, Faceless. This thing ain't gonna work out between us. Very well. I'm not about to force you to change your mind, but let's see how far such a pathetic sentimentality will take you when your lives are placed in mortal peril, shall we? Oh. Those are two very big circles. Ooh, it's two of the demons. Oh, it's the second boss and the fourth boss. Astarte and Rostrum. You have to face both guardians of Gehenna's gates at once for this round, huh? You may be a Dominion, but surely even you realize you don't stand a chance of winning here. Not when you have to worry about that girl with you. Well, having any second thoughts? Don't you dare listen to him, Kevin. I'll be fine. Don't let worrying about me stop you from doing what's right. Well, you're right about our chances of winning. 2 high-ranking devils and you against us, the two of us, things are looking so hot. At least, that was before I knew I'm not the man I once was. Oh, he's going Super Saiyan, dude. He's gonna do it. Oh, he's got, it's blue now. That's how you know he's pure. Okay, Spear of The space element attack hits all foes on the field and is especially effective versus devils. Honestly, I don't think it can be as good as his default S-Break, but let's go. Impossible. What is that? This is the other side of my stigma. It's light side. It's been there all along, I was just never able to see it until now. How can this be? It seems I owe you a word of thanks, Faceless. Turning down that deal you threw out has finally allowed me to gain a little confidence in myself. As a token of my appreciation, you can be the first one to see what it can do, as its victim. I always knew you were nothing more than a dog. Fine, have it your way. Let's see how much of a difference a change of color really makes against such overwhelming odds. I welcome you to try. I don't like this. This has big Chapter 2 final boss from Charles 1 energy right now. So, we gotta try and go for clock downs, I think. Both very strong, but you are weak to space. I think you were weak to clock down when we first fought you. And then we want to go for dark matters, if possible. You're not going to be able to cast it in time, which is kind of scary. But I think you gotta, well... We could go for the clock up. Let's try clock up. That's not good. So we should have gone for the spell. gotta get over there and heal her. Like I said, you gotta get over there and heal her. You can do a baby heal in time. I think we're just dead instantly. That doesn't do that much damage at least. We've got pretty high art defense. And your movement's down. That doesn't really do anything for us. You can't even get a baby heal off. Come on, man! I mean, we lost. Yeah. I saw it last game. Ah, God, I hate two-player combat. It's so bad. You don't even have Dark Matter EX. I guess you go Calamitous Blast. Just for... Now, we know you're at least not going to... You guys don't move. Well, that's fucking annoying. They get some damage shield. Oh, it's like an infinite damage shield? It lasts multiple turns? Oh my, I thought that was just like... I didn't realize it lasted fucking... Jesus, that ability's good. We can actually... Well, no, Ries can't get it. Oliver and Rene can get it, I think, but I don't think Ries can. I mean, there's nothing I can do. My dude just literally just keeps fucking putting a damage shield up. So wait, it's only magic? So it gives you immunity to magic. And it lasts multiple turns. And we're playing with 2 magic-based characters. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, this is already in the running for worst boss fight in the series. I'm not salty. Why would you say that? And you can't actually move them, which definitely sucks. So that doesn't wear off. I mean, honestly, that's just unbelievably stupid. That he can also cast it multiple times. Yeah, this is awful. I hate this. We have to cancel out. We have to completely redefine Kevin, I guess, as a physical attacker, which is going to be very difficult. Like, it just doesn't wear off. It just gives them permanent magic immunity. That is hilarious. Okay, it wears off after like 4 turns, but he can just recast it at any time. Oh my god. Someone, like, okay. That just, like, defines that magic is better than physical to me. If they're like, okay, we have to make the enemy immune to magic to make the fight balanced. I don't even know how to make Kevin not garbage. He's got such low base HP. When you definitely... You take that. If we give you damage, then you're not doing it, or you give you defense, you can't do any damage. You definitely need movement. That's a problem in this fight so far. Cast, you can ditch cast for... Fuck, I don't know. I can't even get my orbments back, dude. I can't even give him a strike. They are Well, no, it's pretty much even physical and magic, so I don't really know if spiritual or physical are really worth it. Actually, we don't even have physical because it's on our other characters. Okay, we have regular strike, but our strike 2 is still on, I think, Joshua. I mean, status effects so rarely work on bosses that I just don't know if it's worth it. I mean, I guess you take a strike. It's not great, but... And then you... I mean, you do at least have upgraded weapons, but shit, man. We also need to get max CP before we start the fight, which sucks. I mean, we can try and make you stay as a magic. I mean, magic feels good if he doesn't cast the move that makes magic not do anything. Like, it'd be one thing if it was like a one-time barrier that hit everyone. Like, that's balanced. Well, the thing that actually pisses me off more is that, like, so the reason that move is balanced for the player is that it costs 300. That's not, these are art reflecty boys. No, they were felt physical. But, like, the reason it's so dumb is that, like, for the player, genetics barrier or whatever, it's actually like 450 magic now that I think about it. Where is it? It's 600. Okay, it's even more than that. Yeah, so it's 600 EP, null attack arts. Okay, that's actually kind of balanced. You're using almost a, well, with EP cut, it's only 300, I think. You're using like a third to half of your MP pool to block magic damage for a couple turns. That's, I mean, it still seems very strong, but you also need to heavily commit to get it. Now, Wiseman just having it by default and being able to cast it whenever the fuck he wants is stupid. At the very least, we need to get you up to 200 so that we can just, like, hope your ult just one-shots these guys. Even though I know it's barely gonna do, like, maybe a quarter of their HP. I mean, I should have just done this off-screen, but, like, I need to vent, or else the salt will build up too much. Okay, you're at least 200. We'll try it again. Oh god, do that long-ass cutscene. You can just skip through cutscenes pretty quickly in this game, at least, or dialogue. If you hold Alt or Control, auto skips dialogue, and then Alt just makes everything go faster anyway. So if you hold both, it's pretty swift. I mean, I know to a degree it's just me being salty, but I do think this fight's legitimately badly designed. I forgot to move them around in our... We need them to start closer together. Well, Kevin does have more movement now, so he can at least get over there and heal. I don't know why that one dialogue line was slow. I mean, like, yeah, I get it. It's supposed to be, like, important dialogue and everything, Kevin, but I just saw it, so... I mean, honestly, it'd make more sense if the two demons had the same amount of HP they had back when you fight them the first time. Like, if they weren't arbitrarily strong. I still think his other ult's better, but I feel like I have to try and use it. And then, like, I don't know, do I even want to try and go for clock up. I think you just gotta try and clock down. Because you can't actually move these guys with dark matter, which sucks. I think we focus over here. Now you're oh my god, that's all the damage you do? Maybe we can just keep Kevin alive long enough for him to get just get continuous ults. Maybe we just turtle it out, because he does have auto CP up. Now, it takes a very long time to get it. I think we might just have to capsule it up, honestly. Because that does half their HP. That's more than oh my god, we're just gonna instantly die, dude! I mean, if you well, no, you have to heal, because even if you do ult and kill these guys, well, no, this'll heal you. You do this. That should kill the two side boys. Okay, it killed this guy. Oh, AT delay, nice. Boy, I sure do love getting stun locked. Having fun yet? Is he just gonna confuse and stun lock me? Okay, he didn't confuse it this time. We can Celestial Bomb. I don't want to use another one. God, you do such a pathetic amount of damage, Kevin. Did I even equip the Tiger Heart on him? Maybe I didn't. I think I did, though. It pisses me off that the fight is actually easy, but it's still badly designed. Just because I can ult 3 times in a row doesn't make the fight good. That's another Crimson Eye. Don't really need any more Crimson Eyes, to be honest. Another Tiger Heart is okay. But well done. But as long as Phantasma exists, I will never die. I'll always be watching you from here, Kevin. But it's not actually like you. You're just like a manifestation of Kevin's memories of you or something. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows how the soul works in this series. Watching to see how just so long you continue to desperately play tough before accepting the reality around you. Desperately play tough, huh? I wish I could disagree. What do you mean? Kevin? How are you? Are you alright? I'm fine. I think I just overdid it some. Again. I'll be okay, though. I won't flop over like I did last time I pulled this. Not after I've made up my mind to finally face Rufina head-on. Also, couldn't you have, like, imagined Rufina as being weaker? Still, we might have beaten them, but we're not really in the best situation here, are we? How are you supposed to get that door open? I don't think we're enough to get it to budge. Yeah? Well, we've come this far. We can't just give up. I think we're gonna have to destroy it. As usual, you mind if we at least try something else before resorting to rampant destruction? Besides, I think that gate's the most important defining structure down here. What makes this a replica of Gehenna more than anything? I can't see it being very easy to destroy. Oh, she's gonna summon her Valkyrie and blast it. Hello? That sounds like... Is this a joke? This is a joke. This is the actual hell. Everything else was a mere joke before. Now you have to face Devil Gilbert. I've never been so happy to see someone in my entire life. So, like, assuming we had won that boss fight on our first try, like 10 minutes ago, Kevin would have been spilling his guts and, you know, gaining powers never before seen by humankind, and then it's like, hey, Gilbert's here. Talk about a tonal shift. Imagine if after you did the Loe fight in Trails 2, a fucking Gilbert popped up. You know. And once again, you go out of your way to defy logic. I'm telling you in some weird-ass places, but this one's gotta be the weirdest of them all. How did you get down here? His presence is more than a little suspicious. You're not working with the Lord of Phantasma, are you? The Lord of what's it? Oh, forget it. We don't have time to chit-chat. We need to run, now, or we're done for. Huh? Was that? Roaring and the sound of flapping wings? A lot of them. Okay, that's definitely Skazeri. Are those devils? They're not as high ranking as the two we just beat, but they're no slouches either. Can we, like, not have back-to-back boss fights? Do something. This is your responsibility. I don't want to die. Not here. And you think we do? I sure don't. Damn it, I used too much of my Stigma's power. Gotta at least try and give these two an opening to get away, but how? Stay back! Stay back! I don't think I got much of a choice here. Is it our friends coming to rescue us? It is! Let's go! Anime friendship, boys. Kevin, Ries, are you okay? Thank goodness we made it. What is this place? Hell? Oh my, this is like a one-to-one replica of Gehenna. How do you know? My compliments to the designer. Honestly, I'm not even gonna doubt Renee's knowledge of hell. Nice to see you two hanging in there. I can see we're in for a fun time. Why the heck is Gilbert with you? You guys? Why? After you fell down here, Celeste was gracious enough to search for your location. And thanks to you having the cube with you, we were able to find it. She finished connecting a path here only moments ago. The door will take you back up to the garden. Really? We appreciate it. I can't believe my luck. Anyway, the talking can wait till later. We'll charge in and try and force an opening in their ranks. You take that chance to break through and get through the gate. Hurry. Then shall we begin? A most thrilling dance with devils await. Righteousness shall be victorious. Fall before the blade of Evander. Man, good thing they're all we actually leveled them up so they can do shit. Okay. End of the chapter. I am kind of having like a little worries that the end of chapter 6 may have been a point of no return, and I really did miss those star doors. I have no clue where they could have been though. I got no clue how we could have missed both moon doors. I mean, I do have the saves at least. So I mean, absolute worst case scenario, I can go back to before we beat chapter 6 and then do the side. I mean, I'm gonna do them regardless, but if we have missed them, that does make me kind of mad. That's about the long and short of it. In other words, all of this, everything that's happened is my fault. All of you are victims who had the misfortune of knowing me and getting dragged into this. No apology is sincere enough, but I'm so sorry for what I've put you through. I'm not following. Why, I heard you say all that, but I don't think you've got any reason to be that sorry. Come again, Estelle? Based on what we've learned, Phantasma choosing a new master was an inevitability, and something it would have done whether you were there or not. Yeah, it would have just picked Joshua instead. Or Renee. God, well, Renee was kind of not that close anymore, but... As such, after it lost the Oriel, something like this would have happened no matter the circumstances. I agree. Phantasma would have simply chosen someone else and created a different world as a result of the trauma that lay within. Thought that you might have been chosen is nothing short of terrifying, too. Everything that has happened to us in here so far is nothing compared to what would have endured had that come to pass. Oh, Muller, your words are like the sweetest kiss turned frozen upon parting. Do you have that little faith in me, your one and only? Perhaps everyone here would have been drawn into the most ravenous feast the world has ever seen, but nothing more than that. I'm scared. I'm just disgusted. You're a special degree of creep, you know that? I want no part of any feast that comes out of your brain. Count me out of this one. I can't help it, you guys are kind of missing the point. Well, don't take this as me trying to defend you or anything, but in a sense it might have been a good thing you were chosen over anyone else. How do you figure? I'm lost as well. Your stigma is obviously very powerful and it's capable of exerting a lot of control over things. And most of the phantasma as it now exists is in a state of order. But what if it had chosen someone else? Would the world have been able to maintain order then? It's possible that Phantasma would have been unable to control the chaos that ensued, and gone out of control under someone else. Is that what you're essentially getting at? I knew you'd understand, Joshua. If that happened, a whole lot more people might have been caught up in this. Not that I've got a problem with lots of guests at a tea party, the more the merrier. Come on, Renee. I think you're the only one who'd be having fun. She's right, I don't think you've got any reason to beat yourself up over this. We're all very different people from different walks of life. But right now, we're all here sharing a common destiny. Yeah, in times like these, you gotta help each other out, right? Besides, this place relates to the Oriel, which is Libral's problem. From my perspective, you're a victim. I couldn't agree more. As such, Kevin, we would appreciate you continue to lead us as you have done so far. Okay, maybe it's not the... There has to be, like, more plain, I guess. In the end, this is time to truly bring an end to what started half a year ago. What can I even say? First, I'm stupid. Then Ries pulls off the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and now you guys. This must be the biggest group of idiots in all of Zemuria. I swear, you wouldn't find a more gullible, naive bunch anywhere on the continent. I was happy to use each and every one of you for my own devices right to the very end. So, how can you be so... It's alright, Kevin. Sometimes you just have to know when to give in. And you're at that point right now. Your luck ran out the second you got stuck with us. Got stuck with you, you mean? Spending too much time with pushy, meddling do-gutters who don't know when to quit like you is bad enough for anyone. You want to say that again? Well, all those things describe you to a T, that much is true. They certainly do. I think they're good points, though. Yeah, so do I. I think Estelle's rubbed off on all of us at this point, and that's not a bad thing. Thanks, guys. Group of idiots is right. We're smack dab in the middle of a shitty situation here, but you wouldn't know it by looking at us. With a team this spectacular, what do we have to fear? Exactly, Oliver. There's a chance we might even overthrow the Erebonian government if we put our minds to it. Need I remind you that's not something an Erebonian prince should be saying out loud? I mean, the Erebonian government does seem pretty bad. Maybe they do need to be overthrown. Alright, I know what I'm beat. Granted, I don't know if Oliver's the one who should be leading the new government. I mean, I fully support my boy in his coup, but should he be leading the country? I don't know. And this time, I actually mean that. Got it. We're happy to have you with us. Anyway, at least now we know exactly what we need to do here. We need to defeat Rufina, the Lord of Phantasma. There's no getting around that. Unfortunately not. Indeed. With that said, just where is she? You didn't encounter her in Gehenna, did you? She disappeared right after the two of you fell down there. That's a good question. I think it's safe to say she wasn't down in Gehenna with us. If she had been, she would have shown herself at some point. Also, where's Celeste? But then, where is she? Oh, does Celeste have all the answers? Celeste? Didn't realize you were here. I can't thank you enough for saving our hides earlier. Truly, I doubt we would have been able to get out of there unharmed if not for your assistance. Both grateful beyond words. I was more than happy to help. All of us here are in the same predicament, myself included. You can even think of me as another one of your companions if you'd like. Naturally. What kind of answer are you thinking you can give? Ah, yes. It took some time, but I was able to ascertain her current location. What? Really? Is that what you've been working on all this time? Yes, it is. During my investigation of the 7th plane, I was able to gain an understanding of the layout and contents of Phantasma as a whole. I also discovered that the Lord of Phantasma isn't in any of the planes, rather she is outside of them. Phantasma consists of more than just the planes? What is it like outside of them? Think of the planes you've been exploring like a giant multi-layered structure in the center of Phantasma. They're all you have known up to this point, but this world consists of more than them. That said, the rest of Phantasma is just a vast barren wasteland at this point, abandoned and devoid of life. Hard to picture without seeing it for myself. You know where in this big abandoned wasteland she is? Because if it's that vast, just knowing she's there probably isn't going to help us much. I have a relatively good idea where she is, thankfully. Although that doesn't solve the core problem. I fear the word vast doesn't do scale of the wasteland itself justice. I mean, I see space out there. I believe it's roughly the size of the continent where you live. It's the size of Zemuria? That is gonna pose a problem. Across an area that massive on foot would take months, maybe even longer. Do we not have any other means of transport that we could use? I'm not sure my power would be of any use to you here. I can't place monuments too far from the garden for one thing. Even if we did commit ourselves to trekking across the whole thing on foot, without the cube's power we couldn't come back and resupply. Trying to take several months worth of food hardly seems realistic. We could just eat Josette. Well, this is a tough one. I can only think of waiting for her to come to us. What's up with you short stuff? Got something on your mind? Yo, could we ride Potter Modern? Well, I was just thinking, why not use the air? Oh yeah, that makes sense too. That makes more sense. I kind of forgot the USL was in here. What? The replica we encountered on the first plane? Yeah. This world is supposed to react to the desires of the people in it, right? So while that aerosol might not be the real one, it looks just like it. Everyone here is pretty familiar with the real thing and how it looks, so it seems like a ship we could all picture flying easily. Maybe if we wish for it to fly together, it might actually happen. Sorry, I'm being silly, aren't I? I don't know what's gotten into me. This isn't something that an engineer should be saying. I don't think you're silly at all, Tita. In fact, I think that's a fantastic idea. You do? It does seem like the easier something is to imagine, the easier... It does seem like the easier something is to imagine, the easier it is to have it realized in Phantasma. And both you and Julia are familiar with the exact structure of the aerosol, while most of us here have seen it and been on board it. This might actually work. There's clearly no rule saying airships can't exist either, given that we've already been on the Black Ark. Well, Celeste, do you think it would work? Shit, I don't know, why not? Then if I were to feed the image of it flying then back into the system, I think this may actually be possible. If all of you are on board, the white wings will take to the skies once more. We could really make this happen? I can't believe it. Well done, Tita. Totally, you really outdid yourself this time. Wait a second. Does this mean we might actually be able to make the Bobcat fly? There's a copy of that here too. No one cares about your stinky ship, Josette. Oh, you're right. How many of you are familiar with that? You and Joshua? That's it? I mean, I guess Estelle's been on it. I think Josette are the only ones who've actually flown in it. Shara, Olive, and I have technically been in it, but that was just a stowaways. Yeah, that was back when we were investigating the airship hijacking. What a fond memory that adventure made now that I look back. I'm not sure what the odds of success would be then. That's a rather small amount of people. I think it would be wise to focus on trying to revive the ESL first. Oh, okay. This sounds like a much better plan than trying to walk there on foot. We should prepare for departure at once, then make our way to the ESL. Don't gotta tell me twice. We'll have a lot of store for us if we're able to make this work. However, I should warn you all of one thing. Once you have flown the ESL to the... Okay, that's our point of no return. So, I'm going to look up where the doors are, then. Never? Not even once? Because we won't be able to use the cube's warp functionality again? Correct. Using it to warp is only possible when you're within a certain range of the garden. Go outside that and it's no longer possible. Okay, so that's our point of no return. It wouldn't hurt to do some extra training then. I don't doubt that we're all going to have to play our part in things to come. Okay, oh, maybe we will Final Fantasy VI it up and have to use all our party members. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't mind getting in some exercise myself. Wouldn't want to wind up being the one to drag the group down. This will be our last opportunity to open the doors scattered throughout the plains and take anything we find, too. It's probably best I step down as leader for the time being, then. If you're just door hunting or trying to get some extra practice, then I'd only get in the way. If anyone else want to learn how to use the cube or fill out my notebook, I'd be happy to teach you. Just let me know. Let's just be sure that when the time comes, we leave with no regrets. Right. Well. The future we dream of. That's a good title, dude. I like it. I mean, for now. I mean, Kevin, you've had your time in the sun. It's time for a new, fresh breed of people to rise. God, you're all garbage. That was a joke. Who have we not used that's kind of okay? Cheryl, you're just so bad. Honestly, we're just gonna, like, put random people in for now. And then I'm gonna look up the doors. So here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and stop here. And then in between, okay, so it's the final chapter. And then in between videos, I'll look up where, so what you see, we need the, whatever the thing for the sun door is. I don't know what you need for this. I'm guessing you need all orbments, which is a little worrying. We can't do that yet because we don't have Star Door 15. And then we need Moon Door 4 and 5. Alright, I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.